Once I was sitting by the side of a dying man. He was a professor in the same university where I was a professor. He was at the pinnacle of his successful career. And then came the heart attack, which always comes when you are at the pinnacle. Success is always followed by a heart attack. What else you can have after it? So he had a heart attack and he was dying. I went to see him. He was very sad. Who wants to die? And he was in great despair and anguish. I told him, you need not worry. You are not going to die. He said, what are you saying? But all the doctors say that there is no possibility of my survival. On what grounds you are saying that I am not going to die? I said, you cannot die in the first place because you never lived. You have not fulfilled the first requirement to die. For these 55 years, you have been sleepwalking. You have dreamt. You have not lived. I have watched you for years. He was shocked. He was angry, so angry that for a moment he forgot all about death. His eyes were aflame with anger. And he said, is this the way to treat a dying man? Can't you be a little courteous? Why are you so hard on me? I am dying. And you are talking such great philosophy that you never lived. Is this the time to talk such things? I listened silently. I just became absolutely silent. Then the rage disappears and he starts crying. And great tears came to his eyes. He held my hand with great love. And then he said, maybe you are right. I never lived. Maybe you are not rude. You are just being true. And I know nobody else would have said this to me, he said. And then, great gratitude. And for a moment, he became so conscious that one could have seen the light on the face. It was there. He was all aura. And he thanked me. That night he died. I remained with him to the last moment. And he said, if you had not been here, I would have missed my death too, as I have missed my life. But I am dying consciously. At least one thing I am happy about, I am not dying unconsciously. And his death was beautiful. He died without any regrets. He died in a relaxed way. He died almost with a welcoming heart. He died full of gratitude. He died prayerfully. His next life is bound to have a different quality. If death is so beautiful, it brings a new life to you. But one has to live each moment, whether it is of life, of love, of anger, of death, whatsoever it is. One has to live each moment as consciously as possible. A peasant, carried away by his imagination, found himself in a vegetable garden stealing cucumbers. I will carry off this sack of cucumbers, he thought, and with the money I get for them, I will buy a hen. The hen will lay eggs, she will sit on them and hatch a brood of chicks, and I will feed the chicks till they grow. Then I will sell them and buy a suckling pig. I will feed the suckling pig till it grows into a sow. I will breed her, and she will have a litter of pigs, and I will sell them. With the money I get for the fowls, I will buy a house with a garden. I will plant cucumbers in the garden, and I won't let anyone steal them. I will keep guard over them. I will hire a strong watchman, and from time to time I will go out to the garden and shout, "Hey, you, take care." The peasant was so carried away by his thought that he shouted at the top of his voice. The watchman heard him and came running. He caught the peasant and gave him a good thrashing. But this is how man lives, in dreams, in imaginations, in projections. This is how you live. And this is not the way to live this beautiful, tremendously valuable life. This is sheer wastage. You have to become more attentive to the moment, to the present. You have to gather your consciousness. Consciousness is your treasure. And all the methods that have been invented, devised down the centuries are nothing but how to create more consciousness in you, how to create more fire in you, how to make your life a passionate affair, a flame. People are living dull lives. People are living absent-mindedly. People are living inattentively. How can you live with so much inattention around you? Inattention is darkness. Attention is light. And this treatise will teach you how to create more light in you. So one day, the golden flower